My name is Michael Clark. I'm an adventure sports photographer based in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So today we came in to work with 3 boxers, Nate, Louise, and Ruben. The idea was to capture some pretty dramatic boxing shots. We used some spray and some oil to kind of make it look like they're in the thick of a fight. The idea was basically to get some really cool, kind of gritty boxing images. For this setting, I had a 3-light setup going. I wanted to create really dramatic lighting, so I had 2 lights in the background and 1 light in the foreground in front of the subject. So the 2 lights in the background, camera left, it was one of the LiteMotive indirect strip boxes. Camera right, it was a 7-inch reflector with a grid spot in it, and that was with an ELB400. Up front, we had one of the LiteMotive 120 indirect soft boxes, and that had an ELC Pro 1000 watt-second flash head in it. So most of the light was coming from the back to create a really good edge light on the subject, and then I was just filling in a little bit with the indirect softbox in front. So we get a really dramatic light. I really wanted to make him pop off the background, and so that's why I had the dramatic edge lighting in the back. Also, because we were spritzing them up, I wanted, every time they punched, that water was flying off of them. And with those backlights, you're really going to see that water lit from behind, like show up against the black background. When I use the LiteMeter, it's like bing, bang, boom. I get it dialed in perfectly every time, and I know exactly what f-stop I need to be at. I know how dark the background is compared to the subject I'm photographing. It just makes it that much faster, and I look like a pro because, I'm not fooling around trying to figure out the exposure. I get it perfect right off the bat, and the first image is perfectly lit, so there's no guesswork involved when I use a LiteMeter. The new Sekonic L-478-DR, made for Elinchrom strobes, has the Skyport built into the LiteMeter, so that I can just push the button and it triggers the flashes and takes a reading right there. Don't have to mess around with grabbing the Skyport and triggering the flashes. It also allows you to change the groups of 1, 2, 3, and 4 different groups. And I can just select whichever group I want and then hit the plus and minus signs and take the power up or down, and then I can select another group and just move on to the next one and just keep adjusting the lights with the LiteMeter right there when I'm standing next to the subject. It also talks to the Skyport Plus HS. It updates the power and everything on the transmitter and on the lights as well. So everybody's talking to everybody in the Skyport system here with this meter. All in all, it's a great new setup, and it really helps speed up the entire shoot. So for me as an adventure sports photographer, I'm lugging all of these lights out there with me along with my camera gear. The ELB400s in particular are crazy lightweight for what they are, and it really comes in handy that I can fit those in a backpack with the camera gear and really get around easily. So I chose the Elinchrom ELC Pro HD flash heads because A, you can plug them into the wall, so I don't have to worry about battery power. They recharge faster. I can still shoot at multiple frames per second, up to 10 frames per second with these, or even faster. So that really helped us kind of capture that shot as he's punching the air over and over and really getting in tune with him and not having to worry about the lights recycling too slow. It's critical that the lighting has accurate white balance shot to shot to shot, and that's one of the big reasons I shoot with Elinchrom, because I know that the white balance is not changing from shot to shot as long as I'm not changing the power settings. And even if I did change the power settings, it's changing a very tiny minimal amount. I try to do things that are new and different, and one of the things we did with this shoot that's definitely I haven't seen a whole lot of lately is I was shooting with my Nikons with in-camera multiple exposure. And I had the boxer move linearly across the frame. It creates a really dramatic image that you don't really see that often from many photographers. And I think we've got something pretty special there. It's pretty interesting.